Hi Zayn. Okay, cool. So thanks for the videos there, and Emma, thanks for the videos. So we can see there. Look, I don't know if last night you were trying to work a little bit on that right leg, okay? Because a couple of the swings were better in terms of the right leg, and that hybrid swing where you're trying to do this sort of pivot drill, okay, definitely the right idea, but it's not happening. Okay, and we can see. I mean, it's early on. It's early on. Okay, but we can see it's just sort of inconsistent. And then the iron swing, which possibly was an older video because you're wearing a different outfit. I love this, by the way, because that's the basis of how we're trying to actually hit the golf ball. But anyway, I like that. But then the knees were very sort of locked. All right, and then as you took the club away, then we sort of added knee flex. Right, so it's neither sort of one nor the other, and we saw that in the first two videos as well. The one video that snaps very early, and then the other one it snaps later, and okay, it's just inconsistent. Right, so let's not think of it as sort of one thing we need to do. We just need to fix this leg action. All right, so we just need to sort of solidify and learn how to neaten up and control the knee flex and the weight distribution. Okay, that's through the swing. All right, the one consistent thing is that move with the flick. All right, so I thought it was quite interesting that iron shot you hit there. Yes, like I said, I don't think it was from yesterday, but it was quite interesting because it was a lovely shot. It was a lovely shot. All right, but we started as in the end result. Right, it's sort of finished sort of 12 foot right to the flag there. Right, and over the water. But if we analyze sort of that strike, that position, how the club released, where the ball started. You see the ball actually started quite far right of where you were aiming. And then obviously sort of came back a little bit. Now, as I say, that worked out beautifully in that scenario. That was, a good shot, whatever. But, in 3 or 4 years' time, when you're swinging the club 20 miles an hour faster, all right, if you start the ball that far right, okay, and you're hitting your 7-iron 140, 150 yards, and obviously when you're older, even further than that. If that ball starts that far right, at 140 yards, that thing is going to be 20 to 25 yards right. Okay, and then you can't hope to sort of roll it along the face and draw it back because that thing is going to, at higher speeds, is going to have so much side spin on. Okay, and that's kind of what you have to understand. So you just kind of do the work now, even though that was a terrific shot. We don't really want to hit the golf ball like that consistently, all right? Because it can just go both ways, and then as you get older and faster, it just gets worse and worse and worse. Okay, and then obviously the confidence goes because you don't know where the ball's going, right? So that's kind of, I think we want you to sort of understand it. So by no means am I saying that was a poor swing or a poor shot. It was a lovely strike and a beautiful golf shot. Okay, but just understand the parameters and what you have to do to get to the next level. All right, and that's sort of what we're going to try and do here. We're going to try and improve our understanding, neaten some stuff up, and try and get your technique to the next level, and then obviously the scores to follow. Okay, so that's where we're at. Anyway, right, so drills for the week. All right, so sort of pretty simple stuff. Okay, I was going to say easy. That's fine. Okay, simple stuff. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think it's going to feel quite rubbish at first. Okay, you just got to sort of do the drills and push through and let your natural ability adapt to the drills. What's happened here is your natural ability, which looks to me like is off the charts, this natural ability. Your natural ability has adjusted to slightly poor technical and body positions. Now, what we want to do is change the body positions and then once again let the natural ability adapt to good, strong, neutral, neat technical and body positions. Okay, so towel drill. Right, this is a horrible one. Okay, so this is your warm-up, towel drill. Okay, so you put a towel under both armpits. Okay, start off slowly with like a pitching wedge. You can hit them like whatever it is, 50, 60 yards, and then work up to some 8-irons and 7-irons, whatever. Okay, and basically what you got to do is just hit good golf shots. Okay, they will obviously won't have full speed and full distance without the towel dropping out. All right, and what we're trying to do there, now I don't think your towel would necessarily drop out. Okay, the reason I'm doing this for you is if you stand up, you now can't use your arms and your hands to go and get that golf ball. So you got to learn how to feel like you're hitting the ball with good posture and torso rotation. So any of this, you're not going to be able to save it with the hands and the eyes. Okay, so towel draw. So start off nice and slowly. All you're trying to do, it's going to feel horrible. All you're trying to do is hit the ball out the middle of the face, really. Okay, and then you build up speed as you go. When you get really good at it, you can generate quite a lot of speed and still hit it good. Okay, you can hear that, right? Okay, so build that up slowly. Right, towel draws. That's going to be your warm-up. Okay, then first drill. So this is how we do it, right? Little warm-ups. Often your warm-up is going to be either a little something in your swing, or it's going to be short game based. For now, we're leaving the short game. Your touch looks off the charts good. Okay, so we're leaving the short game as is for now. So the warm-up before there is going to be the towel drill. Okay, then first drill. So then we do warm-up and 2 drills. That's how we work our practice sessions. That should give you enough to do for at least 2, if not 3 practice sessions for the week. All right, so first drill we're going to do, okay, is step drill. All right, so I don't know if you've done this one before. All right, especially with the driver, but you do this with all clubs, right? So what we do is step drill is normal setup, normal ball position, everything, okay? Posture, distance from the ball. All right, then we bring this front left foot back to the right, balance everything out, get our posture right, everything. Okay, get ready. Right, and then we swing from there, right? So we take our backswing from there, step back across to where we were, hit the golf ball. Okay? So what I'm trying to do there is actually give you a little bit more feel for what that right leg should do and the timing. Okay, obviously you've already got this sort of left leg plant, so it shouldn't be too difficult for you. I just want to really get some feel for how to load the right leg properly. Okay, so step drill. Okay, full setup. Left foot back to the right, okay? And then off you go. Back, step. Okay, and so you learn your timing. Okay, and your feel. All right, so I want you to feel those step drills. Actually, just thinking about it now. Probably start off a bit slower than that. All right, do a few step drills. Then, all right, in between you hit a couple. So like 3 step drills and then a normal, and so you go. Okay, then once you get into it, all right, I want you to do step drill, but then I want you to add some flex to the right leg. Okay, so once you get into it, okay, step drill, and then just add some flex. Okay, even if it's a little bit too much, that's fine. All right, so add some flex, step drill. Okay, and obviously I want to see a few videos of that. I want to see what happens to the balance and the timing. Yeah, all right, and then your second drill is more or less of a drill and more just a feel-based thing. Okay, so what I want you to do is really just try and control your knee flex, right, throughout the swing. So that's from setup, backswing, impact. Okay, so we're going to add just a touch of knee flex. All right, now I don't want the knees going towards the ball. Okay, so just add a touch of knee flex. Yeah, and then all I want you to do is focus on keeping the knees in line with the same flex throughout the swing. So it's almost going to feel to you like your swing's only from here upwards, like nothing's happening down there, right? And if that happens for a few, and we don't quite drive our legs enough on the downswing, that's okay. We're just learning how to stabilize this backswing. Okay, so obviously we don't want that. We also don't want that. We also don't want that. Okay, so we're not going to work on one. We're not going to mess around. Okay, and also because, like I said in the beginning, it's just too inconsistent. Okay, so just add some knee flex to the setup, and then just try and keep your knees as quiet, as strong, as level as possible. They mustn't go that way. 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 Okay, so they mustn't go down. They mustn't go up. They mustn't go forward. They mustn't go back. As solid, neutral knees as possible. Okay, throughout the swing. Okay, so normal setup. Add the knee flex. Okay, I'm kind of feeling like my feet are in the ground, gripping the ground a little bit, just to help stabilize. And then we're just going to try and keep those knees, okay, as still as possible. They're not moving. They're just locked there. Okay. Right, and then obviously they want to release as you go. Okay, so just a feel-based thing. I'll review the videos and see what happened with the knees when you did that, whether we like it, don't like it. All right, and then obviously related to how it felt for you. All right, okay, so simplify all of that. Obviously, I'll send you your notes, but towel drill warm-up, some step drills, and then some neat knees. Let's say that. Okay, neat knees, setup, backswing, impact. The knees must match. All right. Okay. Enjoy. Send me some videos. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a good weekend. I'll talk to you soon.